If you're working from the YouTube later or just in general now, if you like that ease of transition, you might choose to put your chair to the end of your mat so that you're facing out to the long way. We're going to do our little pivot swivel, but I will face out just to get started, and then I'll rearrange my seat as needed. All right, so sit back in your chair, get comfortable, let your back relax into the back of your seat. Let your feet get nice and comfortable on the ground. And just a reminder for anyone who is working from the YouTube channel later, if your chair is so, or your proportions are so that your feet don't comfortably touch the ground in your chair, if you have a yoga block available or even a nice hardcover book, you might be able to place that underneath your feet. It's a nice way to bring the floor up to meet you. That way you're seated nice and comfortable in your chair without too much efforting trying to get your feet down on the ground. So once you've found a comfortable position, feet are soft and heavy, thighs soft and heavy. Just for a moment here, notice the front of your chest. So think that front heart space where you'd place your hand to your chest if you were caught in a gasp. So notice that space right in the front of your chest, and then just see in a relaxed position, soft in the belly, soft in your shoulders. Notice that front heart space, and just notice the gentle movement of breath as you breathe in and out. And as you notice the movement of breath in that front heart space, maybe you'll notice the texture or fabric of your clothes connected to your skin. And then maybe notice your skin and notice the movement of skin as you breathe in and out. And keeping this fairly soft position, but see if you can just reach your right hand across and hold on to your left shoulder. And a soft hand hold, so just letting the hand rest on the shoulder, let your elbow get heavy on your chest. And then with that soft position, take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. Just notice that gentle bit of movement underneath your hand. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then maybe where your arm is across the chest or where your elbow is, you might notice that movement there. So take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Cool. And then when you feel ready, release your right hand and then take it over to the left. So left hand is going to reach across to the right shoulder. Soft hand hold, soft elbow. So we're just getting a gentle hand hold, and then let everything get soft and comfortable. And then tune back in. Just take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Nice generous inhale. Notice the movement underneath your hand. One more breath, maybe tuning in and noticing the movement underneath your arm or underneath your elbow. Nice. And then release your hands, but now palms are going to be facing up. And then we're going to wrap the hands in, but we're going to imagine that we're catching a butterfly or a bee in our hands. So we don't want to squeeze the hands in, but just roll the fingers in just to a loose fist. So almost that your thumb and your fingertips can touch, that loose little hold, and then release your fingers gently, not even straightening them up all the way. Draw the hands in, so that loose little fist, like you're catching hold of a butterfly or a bee, and then open your fingers and maybe open them just a little bit further. Bring the fingers in, catch the butterfly, reach the fingers out and free the butterfly. Now stretch the fingers out just a little bit further. Draw the fingers in, catch the butterfly, reach the fingers out, release the butterfly. Draw the fingers in, catch the butterfly. And now we're going to release the butterfly, but lift the hands like you're really trying to let the butterfly go. And then release the hands back down, draw the fingertips in. Release the butterfly, stretch your hands out and away. Draw the hands in, fingertips to touch, and release the hands back down. One more time like that. Reach the hands out, release the butterfly. Draw the hands back in, hands are going to touch, and now we're going to roll the hands into a little fist and then lift your back up. So lift your back up away from your seat. Elbows are going to pull in at the side of the body. So we're going to keep a little bit of a firmness in the upper part of the arm so that's not doing too much movement. Hands in a fist, palms facing upwards, and we're just going to roll our fists in one direction. Nice. Then take your circles, palms facing up, and roll your fists in circles, go the other way. Notice if one direction is more challenging than the other. There's no right or wrong, but just notice. Awesome. And then when you're ready, we're going to flip palms facing down. Keep those fists, draw your fists in circles, go in one direction. Keep the palms facing down, draw your fists in circles, go the other way. Notice if one way is more challenging than the other. No right or wrong, but just notice. Cool. And then give your fingers a little wiggle, a little twinkle, just wiggle them around in any way. And then we're going to take it into some finger flicks. So fingers to the backs of the thumbs and find a little vigor here. So we're just going to get those hands pumped up, working hard, work the muscles, work the fingers, work the bones. Awesome. One more flick of the fingers and then let your hands relax down. Close your eyes just for a moment. Notice your hands. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Great. And then keep a nice upright spine. Scoot your butt forward in your chair. And now I'm going to turn my chair around just so it's facing in the right direction. So we're going to scooch forward, finding that nice upright posture. So butt firm on the chair, feet firm on the ground, catch hold of your knees. Move right into a seated cat-cow. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Exhale to round your back. Take a few more cycles of breath here. Move with your breath's rhythm. The next time your heart lifts and shoulder blades squeeze, stay here for a full cycle of breath. Take a nice, generous inhale. Slow exhale. One more inhale, and then as you exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, look towards your belly button. Stay here for an extra cycle of breath. Notice the breath in the back of your body. Inhale to a neutral spine. And now we're going to get a little hip hinge, lean yourself forward, and then see if you can just kind of bring your weight of your elbows and forearms onto your thighs. And what we want to do is look down at our feet. So we want to put ourselves in a position with a long spine that we can gaze down at our feet. Hands can be in whatever relaxed position feels right to you. But as you keep that little bit of gentle pressure on the thighs, notice your feet. Inhale, lift your toes up and spread your toes as wide as you can. Exhale and lower your toes down. Inhale, lift your toes up, spread your toes as wide as you can. Exhale to lower down. Take a few more times here. Just go at a pace and a rhythm that feels good to you. If your feet feel good and warmed up, you might choose to fire off just a little bit, go a little faster. But if you're working on foot strength or working on that mobility in your toes, go slow, pay attention. Take the time to spread the toes and then release them back down. One more lift and lower of the toes. We're going to keep this nice forward posture, but make sure that you're still creating a little bit of length in the spine. So come back to your center, reach through the crown of your head, keep your weight forward, and now we're going to lift the heels. So you're just going to lift the heels up away from the floor, lower the heels with control, still keeping that nice long spine. Lift the heels up, lower your heels down. Take a few more at your pace. Beautiful. One more up and down with those heels. And then when you're ready, come back up to a nice tall seated posture. Roll your shoulders down and back. Find your seated mountain pose, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms open, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more time here. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right hand's going to touch down. Left hand's going to reach up alongside your ear. Take a gentle side bend. Lift right back up. Take it over to the other side. Left hand touches down. Right hand reaches up. Lean out just a little bit. And now we're going to take it from side to side. So you're going to get that little bit of a TikTok situation, going side to side, but tuning in, noticing your sits bones specifically. So feet heavy on the floor or feet pressing into the floor, and then notice your sits bones and try to keep your weight in your sits bones evenly anchored. So there's not a big shift in your hips. Most of the movement comes out of the side body. Lovely. One more time each side, or even yourself out, and then we're going to take it right into a seated twist. So left hand's going to find the right knee, right hand behind you. Take a nice big breath. One more breath. When you're ready, release, unwind, and then take it right over to the other side. Catch your knee, get your handhold that works good for you. Think about staying nice and tall. One more breath. Rotate back to center, find your mountain pose, anchor into your feet. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold, lift your heart, dive your heart forward. Inhale to half forward fold, hands lift up to the shins, nice and strong in the back. Exhale to soften down, right hand over to the left shin, left hand reaches up to the sky. Beautiful, release that down, slide up the shin, bring the knee up to the chest, bring your nose to your knee, a little rounding through the back. Release and come back to your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, left hand over to the right shin, right hand reaches to the sky. Release that hand down. We're going to slide up the shin, bring the knee to the chest, bring your nose to your knee. Nice. And then release that foot down back into your mountain pose. We're going to pick up the left leg, just step it across the right and release. Pick up your right leg, step it across the left and release. Step both feet back down on the ground. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Right hand over to the left shin, left hand reaches to the sky. Release that hand down, slide up the shin, bring the knee to the chest, bring your nose to your knee. Release that foot down, back to mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, soften down, left hand over to the right shin, right hand reaches to the sky. Release that hand down, slide up the shin, bring the knee to the chest, bring your nose to your knee. Awesome. And then release that foot down. Now we're going to step the left foot across the right, turn your body to the right. Hands are going to find the chair, and then we're going to pivot and swivel. So we're going to pick the butt up, pivot around, find your tabletop facing the low side of the chair. And then once you're there, just take a second, look down at your feet, make sure your feet are lined up in a way that looks nice to you. And then move right into a cat-cow here. Bend your knees a little bit. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale, straighten your legs, round your back, look to your belly button. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale, round your back. One more time. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your back. Beautiful. And now we're going to walk back to a downward facing dog. So find a neutral spine. Step your feet back to a nice upside down V that works good for you. Let your head drop between your arms. Take 3 nice big breaths. Look forward, lift your heart. We're going to move forward into a plank position. So we're going to bring our shoulders so they're forward in line with the wrist, and then step your feet back into a nice plank that feels good and supported to you. So you want to feel solid in your shoulders, solid in your center. Gaze down at the seat of the chair. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Great. Now we're going to step the right foot up to the top right corner of the chair. So think stepping up to the top right leg or right leg of the chair. Lift your chest. So think runner's lunge, but push back into your heel. If you can get that left heel to stay lifted, push back into your heel, lift your chest, lift your gaze, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. And then pull back just a little bit so you can step that right foot back and step the left foot forward. So left foot's going to step to the outside of the leg of the chair. Drop down into that lunge, push back into the right heel, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Awesome. And now we're going to step back to our down dog again. So step that left foot back, find your down dog shape. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Look forward, walk your feet up towards the chair. We're going to crisscross the left foot across the right, turn to your right, pivot around, sit your butt back down to your seat, and then pause for a moment just to make sure that you don't feel dizzy. Everything feels good, butt is nice and firm in your chair. And then when you're ready, inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Left hand over to the right shin, right hand reaches up to the sky. Release that hand down, slide up the shin, bring the knee to your chest, bring your nose to your knee. Release back to mountain pose, and we take it to the other side. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, right hand over to the left shin, left hand reaches up to the sky. Release that hand down, slide up the shin, bring the knee to your chest, bring your nose to your knee. Release all of that. And now we're going to step the right leg across the left, turn to your left, hands are going to find the chair. And then we pivot and swivel, pick the butt up, come back into that tabletop position. Once you've got your tabletop position, 3 cat-cows here, but now reverse the breath. So exhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail. Inhale, round your back. Exhale, drop your belly. Inhale, round your back. Exhale, drop your belly. Inhale, round your back. Find your neutral spine. Walk back to your down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. We're going to move forward into our plank. So lift through your heart space, bring yourself forward so shoulders come in line with the wrists, readjust your legs. Finding that plank position is going to look different for all of us, but what we do want to find is that firmness in our center. So think abdominal muscles drawing up towards the spine and a broadness in the shoulders. So we want to imagine that we're pushing that chair away from us. One more breath. Great. And then bring your butt back just a little bit so you can reposition your feet. Right foot's going to step forward into that lunge position. Left foot's going to rearrange so you find the deepest lunge that works good for you. Heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Nice. And then can you keep that lunge position? Left hand is going to stay in the chair. Right hand's going to reach up to the sky. Cool. Bring that hand down. And now we're going to take our lunge the other way. So step that right foot back. Switch. Left foot's going to step forward. Find your lunge first. Readjust your right leg so you find the deepest lunge that feels good to you. Heart forward, look forward, take a breath. Beautiful. Right hand stays down. Left hand reaches up to the sky. Awesome. Bring that left hand down. Step that left foot back. Find your down dog position again. And then we're going to soften our down dog position so that we can step our feet super wide. So as wide as feels good to you, you're going to step your feet out nice and wide, but then see if you can find that sort of down dog situation again. So with your legs in a wide position, you're going to draw the butt back slightly, let your chest and your forehead melt down. Nice. Take one more breath. Lift your heart slightly, toe heel your feet in. Take your time as you bring those feet back into a hip width distance apart position. And then when you're ready, we're going to walk forward towards the front of the chair. Crisscross your right foot over your left. Hands are going to walk over to one side of the chair, pivot around, sit your butt down, find your seated mountain pose again. Nice. Inhale, arms up, hands meet chest, lifts as you look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. We're going to slide up the right leg, bring the right leg up towards the chest, grab the knee, grab the heel, take a couple of ins and outs. So we're going to externally rotate the knee. Great, and then bring that across into your figure four shape. So you might choose to bring it across the top of the thigh, might bring it across the ankle, or if you have a block, you'll do some variations that work best for you. But what we do want to shoot for is having the foot come across the thigh so that the foot is free. Once you've got your figure four set up, grab hold of the right toes, let your hand do the work, draw your foot in circles, go in one direction. Draw your foot in circles, go the other way. Nice. And then let your foot come to a standstill, but with a little bit of firmness. And then we're taking it into our figure four fold. So think lifting through the heart or reaching up through the crown of your head. Lean yourself forward to a depth that works good for you. Take one more breath. Lift up through the crown of your head. Let your heart follow. We're going to take a light rotation to each side. So start by turning towards the bent knee. Use your knee for a little leverage. Take one good breath. And then release, take it to the other way. So use your foot as a little bit of leverage. You can push your foot into your hand or your hand into your foot. Awesome. Return to center. Help that leg come off, but send it out nice and long. So send it out in front of you. Flex the foot, bend the knee just a little bit. So we want to keep that knee bent. Think up and over. So we're going to lift up through the belly, lift up through the chest. Keep that right leg bent. Reach down towards your toes. Does not matter if you touch your toes, but definitely want to keep the knee bent. That's what we're shooting for. That's the most important thing. Take one good breath. And then when you're ready, slide everything back up and in. Find your seated mountain pose again. Inhale, arms up, hands meet chest, lifts as you look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Slide up the left leg, bring the knee up to the chest, grab the knee, grab the heel, take a couple of ins and outs. So we're going to externally rotate and bring it back in. Awesome. And then when you feel ready, right leg, left leg is going to cross over the right. So we want to get that foot across so that it's free to move. And you can also do this across the ankle, which means you might just manually move your foot if you're going across the ankle. Same thing on your block. Once you've got your handhold of your foot, or you're free to move your foot, circle your foot in one direction. Circle your foot the other way. Awesome. And then a light flex in the foot, and we're going to take it into our figure four fold. So lean your heart forward to a depth that works good for you. Notice one side might feel totally different than the other. Take one more breath. Come up nice and slow. Lift through the top of your head. Let your heart follow. Take a little rotation towards your bent knee. Release. Take your rotation the other way. Release. Come back to center. Send that leg nice and long. Flex the foot, but keep the knee nice and bent. Once you've got that nice bend in the knee, keep that nice bend in the knee. Think up and over, reach up, reach toward your foot. Does not matter if you touch your foot, but we definitely want to keep that knee bent. Beautiful. When you're ready, come up nice and slow. Step the left foot in. We're going to bring soles of the feet together. Let the knees come out to the left and to the right. Hands are going to find the inner thighs. We're going to push the inner thighs into the hands. So hands are going to create a resistance. So push your hands into the inner thighs, but then push your inner thighs into your hands. Hands are strong. Hold that resistance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that resistance. Step your feet out super wide as feels good to you. Keep your knees actively drawing back towards your pinky toes so inner thighs stay engaged. Lean your heart forward, left shoulder towards right knee. Exhale, give a nice little twist. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. One more time each side. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Toe heel your feet back in. Find that nice hip width distance apart position. And then once you found your way there, we're just going to finish with a twist and side bend. So left hand's going to reach over towards the right knee. Get your leverage twist and then see if you can reach your right hand behind you to shoulder height. Flip the palm faces up towards the ceiling. Reach that hand alongside your ear, but keep that rotation. So your heart is facing to the right, but we add that little side bend. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Lift up with a sense of control. Come through center and over to the other side. So find your twist. Leverage into that twist just as deep as feels right to you. And then once you feel like you're there, reach your left hand out to shoulder height. Flip the palm. Reach that hand up alongside your ear. Lovely. Lift back up with a sense of control. Rotate back to center. Walk your feet in even closer. So legs as close as they can get, inner thighs to touch or knees to touch. And then we're going to take it into a little child's pose here. So you're going to fold yourself over, but let your belly and your chest rest on your thighs. And then hands are going to go wherever feels the most comfortable. You can take your hands behind you to the chair. You can let your hands rest on the floor or anywhere in between. Anything that feels good to you. But notice that little bit of compression of your belly against your thighs, and then see if you can just tune in and feel a little bit of movement of breath in the back of your ribs. Take one more breath. Come up nice and slow and controlled, and then we're just going to start to find our way back into our seated Shavasana. And you always have the option to take it down onto the ground if you prefer Shavasana lying down. So if you prefer that, take your time to find your way down. Then if you like, just scoot your butt back in your seat. Let everything get comfortable. Close your eyes down. Same thing here. If your legs are a little short and you need the floor to come up to meet you, maybe place a block underneath your feet. And then just give everything a moment to settle in. Let your feet find a softness. Let your legs be soft and heavy. Let go of any efforting in your arms or your hands. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Gently wiggle your fingers, gently wiggle your toes. Maybe move your ankles or move your wrists. And then as your breath starts to deepen, start to lift your back away from your seat. Eyes closed if you can. Scoot your butt forward in your chair. Find the center of your seat so that your butt is firm on your chair, feet are firm on the floor with a nice tall spine. And then still keeping your eyes closed if you can. See if you can just drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Lift your head back to the center and then take it over the other side. Right ear to right shoulder. Nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Head is going to lift to center. We're going to take the right hand and reach it across, grab hold of the shoulder, get that loose handhold, let your elbow get nice and heavy. So it's not too much efforting or anything like that. Just soften the shoulder, soften your handhold. And then once you've got that handhold position, now drop your left ear away from the left shoulder. From here, we're going to roll the chin down towards the chest. Nice. Lift your head up to a neutral position, release that hand, switch over to the other side. So left hand is going to reach across, get your hand hold, let the elbow get nice and heavy. From here, drop your left ear over to the left shoulder. Roll your chin down to your chest. Lift your head up to a neutral position and both hands are just going to find the heart center. So stack your hands on top of your heart. Close your eyes down. Feel that just that gentle connection there. So just notice maybe the warmth or coolness of your hands, the warmth or coolness of your heart space, or maybe you'll notice the texture of your skin or the texture of the fabric of your clothes. And then beyond all that, see if you can just tune in and notice that subtle movement of breath, moving in and moving out. Breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. Breathe in a little extra love and gratitude that you can carry with you through the rest of your day. And then we're going to spread that love around. So we're going to reach the arms out, think big good morning stretch, reach your legs out nice and long, reach through your heels, reach through your fingers, spread all that love out into this wide space all around you. Take one more nice big breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, release everything down. Hands are going to find the ground. We're going to take it into a light forward fold if you like. So you're just going to let your hands find the ground, lift your butt up away from the chair, and then draw your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position, maybe take a couple of good shrugs of your shoulders. You are amazing. You're amazing.